Hi, this is Sharon Parks, and I'm going to show you how I created my wiki page. First, you go to www.wikispaces.com and you select whether you want to create this for an organization, which is a costly annual fee, or for individual use, and that's free for personal or classroom use. So you're going to click on individual use, choose a username, a password, and provide your email address, and click on Join Now. I have already done all that, so I'm just going to sign in. It's always helpful if you remember your password. Once you've signed in, you'll see your username appear up here, and you can either create a new wiki or go to wikis that you are a member of, which includes the one you've created. And this is my wiki, Literature Connections. When I started to create my wiki, the first thing I did was I went to Manage Wiki and down to Settings, Look and Feel. You first have to choose a theme and your color scheme that you want. There are some here that are already pre-made. You select what you want your layout to look like. Most of these are pretty similar. You can choose what colors you want right here and then click Apply. Also, from this area, you can change your logo. I don't see a link here, so I believe this requires an upgrade. Right here under logo, you can choose something different to appear up here. I have my title here, and it includes their logo. I experimented with this. This is how you would add something different if you wanted something different up there. But I like the idea of having my title up here, and I couldn't get it to do both, so I'm just going to click on Reset to Default. I want to leave my title up there. And then you can put an ad on your wiki with an upgrade also. So now I have my format and my colors chosen, and I'm ready to add a page. You give your page a title. You can add tags to make it searchable for it to be easy for other people to find. But I already have some pages, so I'm not going to create a new one right now. When I go to my home page, either by clicking on this or my title up here. To create my home page, I clicked on Edit, added the text I wanted. These are the tools that you can use to adjust your text: bold, italic, underline. This changes the font. It also gives you the option of how you want it aligned, color, so forth and so on. Then I clicked on Widget to add my video. Clicked on Video, YouTube, and here's where you paste your embed code. Click on Save, and click on Save again. And your video is there. So that's my beginning page. We talk a lot about finding books that are just right, not too hard, not too easy. So this video is about that. And the rest of my wiki shows tools for students to use to help them find books they may be interested in. My first page is called Author Focus, and each week I'm going to add a new author that I think students might be interested in. I put Lois Lowry on here because she has a new book out. I put Ben Michelson on here because he's a personal favorite of mine. When students click on his picture, they will be redirected to his website, and I'm going to show you how I did that. First, you click on Edit, add the text using these tools up here, adjust it to the size, change the font, whatever you want to do with that. And then right here I added a table. You can see this is kind of boxed off, so I used this to add a table. You have to select how many columns, how many rows you want, and then Insert Table. Once I had inserted the table, I put a picture of Ben in here by clicking on File. I uploaded him from my computer, his picture from my computer. This is it right here. You double click on it to add it. And then I wanted to make a link. So I clicked on his picture and then link. And I wanted this to be an external link, so it will go outside of the wiki page to find his web page. So I have his website here, and I clicked on new window because I want this to open up in a whole new window so they don't have to use the back button on their browser. This is where you can do things with that as well. You can align it on the left, the center, the right. You can decrease or increase the size. You can add a caption to it if you choose to. Once you've done all the things you want to do with it, you click on Save. So that is my author page, and I plan to add to it each week. This horizontal line right here is also added from Edit. That's this icon. My next page is called Book Search Tools, and I have various websites that students can click on to find more information about books or search for books that are by a certain author in a certain level, in a certain genre, etc. And I did this also by adding a table. I started out with a table that was 2 by 2, and I ended up changing it. And if you can get a hold down here, once you click on Edit, you have to work at it a little bit. I don't know if I'll find it right away, but if you search around in the corner, you can get your little table icon to come up, and then you can add another column or another row if that's what you choose to do. And just in the interest of time, I'm not going to continue messing with that, but you just have to scroll around down there a little bit, and it'll finally come up and you can add to it. So then I also, within the edit menu, I added each of these icons. I think I took all of these from Microsoft Clip Art, and then I created links to them just like I did on my author page, and clicked on Save. As I said, each one of these will take students to that website where they can begin to search for books they're interested in. Okay, my next page is Children's Literature Awards. This is one way that I often recommend books to students, and I say find a children's book award and select something that's won that award. It's more than likely going to be a good book. Each of these also take you to the website. This is the William Allen White website. I added this link a little bit differently. I didn't have it open in a new page, so students are going to have to use the back button on the browser to go back. I have 2 documents uploaded here. This one is the bookmarks, which I took from William Allen White website, and this one is the William Allen White record sheet that I created, and the students at my school use this as they finish a book. We put the date on it. We put a sticker on the square that they have completed, so they can download that for themselves. And how I did that is I clicked on Edit, and I first of all put text. I added from the file like I did before, more text for this. I also added a file, searched on my computer using the upload files until I found it, double clicked, and that's how you add those to your web page. I started to add Pura Belpré, and I'll show you quickly how to do that. Maybe first I want to add a horizontal line, then I want to put Pura Belpré Award. I'm going to change this font, show you how to do the font. I'm going to leave my color, I'm going to leave my alignment as it is. There's my title. Now I want to create a link for this. So I want this to be an external link. I'm going to go up here, copy and paste this. And you have to decide whether you want that to open in a new window or you want them to have to use the back button on the browser. And then I could add a caption if I wanted to, and click Save. And now I've added another award to my wiki. My last page is series websites. Students often like to read books in a series. They get familiar with the characters. So on this one, I have just included an icon, my text. Each of these is a link. When the students click on this, it will take them to the website of that particular series. And again, all I did was highlight my text, click on edit, highlight the text, create link, just like I showed you before, and then it will link that text to that website. And that is all there is to my wiki. I hope the students at my school will be able to use it. I have linked it to my home web page at school so the students can find it easily, and I hope it will benefit you as well. Thank you.